I'm heavy-handed, to say the least. My mother thinks I'll be an awful clutcher, 'cause I spill things from sternum too quickly. I'm far too loud. It's like as soon as I've got an opinion, it just has to come out. I laugh at stupid things just 'cause they tickle me. And sometimes I wish I was like Mariella. She got some pretty stick and she glued her lips together, so she never had to speak, never had to speak, never had to speak. People used to say she's as quiet as a mouse, she just doesn't make a peep. She marched to a wardrobe and she threw away the collar, because wearing black looks mysterious, but it didn't impress her mother. She wanted to dress her baby in patterns and flowers, but Mariella just crossed her arms and so she cried for hours. Mariella, Mariella, a pretty baby girl, unglue your lips from being together and wear some pink and pearls. You can have your friends around and they can stay for tea. Won't you just try to fit in, please do this for me? But Mariella just crossed her arms, she walked up the stairs and she went into her bedroom and she sat on her bed. And she looked in the mirror and she thought to herself, if I want to play, I can play with me. If I want to think, I'll think in my head. At school, Mariella didn't have many friends. Yeah, the girls, they all looked at her and they thought she was quite strange. And the boys, they're not really into girls at that age. And the teachers, they thought Mariella's just going through a phase. But Mariella just smiled and she skipped down the road because she knew all the secrets in her world. Because she always got the crossword puzzles right every day, and she could do the alphabet backwards without making any mistakes. Mariella, Mariella, a pretty, pretty girl. Mariella, Mariella, happy in her own little world. Happy in her own little world. And she said, yeah, I'll never ever 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 ever. Yeah, I'll never ever 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 ever. Yeah, I'll never ever 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 gonna unglue my lips from being together. She said, I'll never ever 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 ever. Yeah, I'll never ever 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 ever